Hello folks, Rodrigo Werle, Associate Professor and Extension Weed Scientist at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Today I want to discuss 2 points that may help farmers out there improve management of difficult to control weeds in their soybean, corn cropping systems. Okay. Weed management in soybeans is becoming very difficult, particularly because of water hemp and how adapted water hemp is to our systems, but also the fact that it has evolved resistance to multiple herbicides that we use in our soybean systems. So the first point that I want to tell our growers when considering their management programs is to look at their rotation and say that during that corn year is when we have tremendous opportunities to control these weeds that are giving us a hard time during the soybean year. Okay, so right behind me here I have our systems trial where we've been looking at multiple soil management strategies and also different herbicide programs. And for today's video I'm going to focus on this major difference we're seeing related to herbicide programs. Okay, so to my right here I have a system where we've been using only foliar herbicides in the corn year, and as you can see down there, end of season here we had a 2-pass foliar only program, and what you see there are a lot of weeds, okay, that are going to be setting seeds right now, and they're going to be problematic in your soybean crop next year. However, if you look to my left here, you're going to see a pretty clean plot. Okay, so conventional tillage corn planted on the same day. The major difference is that we use a very effective residual herbicide early season in this plot. And then as we saw weeds escaping the residual control, we came back and we adopted a 2-pass program, cleaning any weeds that had escaped. Okay, so my main point with this first part of the video is that corn is a fantastic year where we have tremendous chemical options there that can really help us prevent those weeds from going to seed, thus making weed management in the subsequent soybean cropping season or cropping year much less difficult. Okay, so that is the first aspect. The second aspect I want to discuss here today is the use of cover crops. Okay, our group has done a lot of research looking at the value of cover crops for water hemp suppression ahead of soybeans. So corn is going to be ready to harvest in a month or so here. We're going to be harvesting this corn and then we're going to be planting a cereal rye cover crop. Okay, our plan is to have soybeans in this field next year. If we manage that cover crop effectively, we can get really outstanding weed suppression out of that cover crop. What do I mean by effective management of the cover crop? We need to let that cover crop accumulate biomass in the spring. Okay, and what our research has shown is that if we let that cereal rye cover crop accumulate about 4,000 pounds of dry matter in the spring, and a common question that I get, Rodrigo, what does 4,000 pounds mean in terms of height? Usually above your knee or mid-thigh. Okay, so when the cover crop is reaching a reproductive stage, that's about the time when we see 4,000 pounds. So if you can let that cover crop accumulate that amount of biomass and then terminate it, that's usually when you get tremendous suppression from that cover crop. So again, thinking about a corn-soybean rotation, we're having a difficult time managing weeds in the soybean year. What do we have to do? Use the tools that we have available in corn to prevent seed set. Okay, and then think about incorporating a cover crop. That way you can improve sustainability of your overall corn soybean production system. Thank you for watching.